all were like a married couple. Like as the years go on, it just gets worse.
All I can do is see myself married to Anne Marie. So, anyway. Anyway, stop it! So, Anne Marie, we're on the same side of the table for once.
Good, I like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you really like it? You really like, sharing your space. I like sharing my space with you. I mean, we're here on Love Language with the lovely Anne Marie Mears. I got it right this time, didn't I?
Right. Well done.
Thank you. And I'm Chase Johnson Lynch. And as you can see, we have a full house today because usually we're on opposite sides of the border. But, we decided we want to hear from some men, some guys who have opposite opinions or maybe even the same opinions. So we brought in some of our fellow presenters. So on the other side we have, that would be you. Okay, I'll introduce you.
Too busy looking
On the other side, we have Addie G, who's hosting our new theater show, The Crow's Nest. And then next to him we have Tom Parry, who's hosting Games Mania.
I am indeed.
All right. So what I like is I asked Tom to come and join us right before we came in, and it's because we had my other partner Steve Horvath from the Essential Shows last time, didn't we?
Yeah.
And that was really good.
That was really good, yeah.
And how nervous was he?
He was very nervous, and he just got dragged in by the scruff of his neck. And he did really well. It went really well.
Yeah, because we're not dangerous.
Exactly.
Oh, definitely you're not dangerous. I may be a little bit.
That sounds like a lie.
Okay, all right. I mean, basically, tell people what Love Language is all about, Anne Marie, so that way it help assuage their viewpoints.
Yeah, so me, Chase, and Rosie kind of came up. Well, I think it was Rosie really came up with the theme to talk about relationships on the show, and that kind of stuck with the theme, didn't it?
Yeah.
So every week we kind of talk about a different topic. Chase comes up with the headline for it, and then we just roll with it and see where it goes. So never preempt anything, and it's great to have other people's opinions, and you bring stuff to the table, and the conversation just seems to flow, doesn't it? So it's based around relationships, mainly around emotions in relationships. Obviously, I try and be non-biased. But I'll have my objective, being a female, and you guys will have yours as well, so it'll be interesting.
As well as spiritual life coach, you know what I mean? Always do a shameless plug whenever you can.
Okay. You normally do it for me.
All right, spiritual life coach with the Soul Academy. So, I mean, it's all good and everything. But as I was saying to Addie, is what I really love is how you bring in the science in a way, you know. It's like I try to just kind of go from the heart, you know what I mean, and everything. But you bring in the science, and I just think it's a nice match.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah.
Nice match, made
Try
in
me
heaven.
best, Lara.
Yeah. You got to tell me how much you love me though, because that
I
always
always
sets.
tell you how much.
I know. It sets me off.
I don't have to say it. You should just know.
I should, shouldn't I?
I can feel the love in the room.
We could be somewhere else. I didn't sign up for an orgy.
He's calling my soul family, my soul brother.
Please don't say he's my friend.
Okay.
No, please don't say he's my friend.
And as I turn my back to look out the window of the
door is blocked.
As
You're
I
trapped
turn
for
my
the next
back to look
couple of
out of
minutes.
the glass plane of the door so that somebody on the other side can see that I'm just in desperate need of help. This is an uncomfortable situation.
I'm here for you, Andy.
It's blanked out.
Yeah. Just back up a little bit,
That's
Addy.
As good as you might be, you're like a featherweight and Chase is a heavyweight. I'm sorry, but
Well, that's
I want to be first.
You're a
on the door.
welterweight. I get it. So today's topic, anyway, that we talked about was I thought would really be interesting was performance anxiety. And then the first thing Anne Marie said, "Do you mean in the bedroom?"
I thought the same when you
I
first
did.
said
I was
performance.
like, you're not coming in today.
There are pills for that.
You got pills for that.
Drink more water. Cruciferous vegetables.
Combine some ginseng. But
Okay.
no. I meant performance anxiety as far as the way men and women tend to have to kind of perform to receive their partnerships. You know what I mean? As far as it's always dress to impress, or we now have this online dating phase, which you still have to fill out, the paperwork and having the chat talk and all that. But you never really know in the digital realm of dating, how did I do? You know what I mean? So I was watching Blue Planet, as I was telling you to watch, and I asked Addie to watch it as well, with the bird mating rituals, which was interesting. So if you haven't seen Blue Planet, you should be watching it. But like this one particular one was like this bird comes out with like 3 other birds, do this dance routine for the female, right? And obviously he's the leader of the pack. If you watch the Temptations or anything else like that, and everything, but his boys are backing him up. See, now I'm doing it not in the Dave Attenborough way, but I'm doing it in kind of like the funky soul way, right?
Well, that's exactly what it is.
Exactly, right?
Yes.
So he's like, yeah, right. So he's doing his thing, and his boys are waiting, right? The way they cut it was fantastic, the editing. And then he goes to the ladybird because she gives him the head knock, right? Yeah, it's cool. Goes to ladybird, and he's there for like 2 seconds. Right? But the first thing he does is what do boys do? He goes right to his boys and goes, "Yo, what's up?" You know what I mean? I thought it was fantastic. What did you think?
I thought it was fantastic too.
Yeah. But
you see that every time you go out on a Saturday night in Liverpool.
No, I don't go out Saturday night in Liverpool myself. And everything. Did you catch it, Eddie?
I caught it, but as you started to talk about it, and you mentioned how we're like animals, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I was thinking is that's how we were back maybe in the 60s and 70s and 80s, when you had that, the platters and all these.
Yeah, the vocal
groups,
harmony
and you
groups,
had
right.
the guy and we all in sync and we all
Yeah.
side to
Yeah.
side. Like I
Don't forget the
absolutely,
stick.
I absolutely love that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is, if you do that now, someone will feel that why is this gang of guys coming? What are they doing? That kind of thing.
Or why does he get the girl, not me?
Why what?
Why does he get the girl and not me?
Well, I don't think no. I think wingmen know their place. Just that's what I thought. Wingmen know their place.
Do they?
Or, you do my dance tonight, I come and help you in your dance tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be your Cyrano.
Barter of skills.
Have you never done that, Annie?
What's that?
That kind of like performance thing, to impress someone.
That's what clubs are.
Oh, are they? I don't know. I don't go to clubs.
That's what clubs and parties are. Even if you go with someone, you try to dance, and in your mind, you're thinking about how you look in every corner of the room. You understand? So yeah, I definitely think that it's done all the time. It might be done, it might be as planned as that, but if it's ingrained in how we behave, we do subconsciously.
Well, isn't that the thing though? Like Emery, in the world of dating, isn't that what people do? It's like when they go to clubs, it's like, yo, be my wingman, or like I need you to go over there and tell her about me, or tell him about me, right? Isn't that kind? Yeah, well, yeah, you got my back,
You go with a friend, or
yeah, definitely. Like I think, that used to be definitely more so when you were younger. Like, oh, my friend, like she kind of thing, and would big up the friend. But
Right.
I don't think it's like pretty much like that anymore. But we all know we've been dragged into situations to help a friend out or whatever, and you're left with the mate. Which
left with the ugly one.
we've all
Somebody gotta be
yeah.
with the designated driver.
But it's interesting, like, when you talk about animals, like, in the wild, there's always that pecking orders, and there's always, like, the dominant male who always gets the other girls want to be with the kind of dominant male.
The alpha male,
pack, don't they? They want to be with that alpha male. Now, I know I'm not, like, online dating or anything like that, so I don't know what it's like. I'm pretty much past all kind of, at my age, not that I'm old, like, but I'm past all the, maybe what you go through when you're in your 20s type of stuff. But, I guess until people see through other people's persona, because that's what it is. Like, we're all going to turn up to our date with our best face full. We're going to turn up to a job interview with our mask on, aren't we?
Yeah.
And we do that, and so does the other person. It's like an elevation of ourselves. We put our higher self first.
I don't. That's why I don't date. But no, because I totally get you. But I mean, I feel that what is the point in lying with the mask right? Like putting a mask on and saying, this is me. And then after we hopefully, done the deed, in the morning, this is really me, right? It's kind of like, I'd rather you know who I really am than as far as any kind of profiling or trying to impress. I see you got something to say about that.
I have so much to say.
Okay.
I have something to say on both ends. Because, you do put out to impress. Because you also, when you do that to yourself, you yourself get that confidence and you yourself feel good. You know?
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you're going out and you put on, a robe and slippers and go out, you feel different than if you dress up in like a 3-piece suit and you feel, you exude something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, but are you saying it's important to always just put the mask first or the vulnerability first?
I think that all the time we wear masks. I think the Stoics said we always have a mask on.
Yeah.
Even when we're by ourselves, it's just a different one. Who's to say that? That's not the real you.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
Yeah, because it can be there can be a variety, and you're right, we do have like lots of different energy personas that we can pull out the bag at any time, depending on the situation. But I get what you're saying. It's like, okay, so when the mask slips, which it does, like some guys don't like women farting and stuff like that. So it's like,
yeah, I know you fart, don't
you?
you?
Humor. So like when the woman farts or the fella farts, and they haven't farted, let's say, for a month.
Yeah.
And then when the mask slips, they're like, who is this person? They were never like that when we first met. I don't know who you are. Don't you have any respect for me?
Yeah.
Like, comes out and causes an argument in the relationship. Because that person then feels comfortable enough to be them true selves. Okay? But they've set themselves up as this person that this person's then fallen for and thinks that's what they're going to get forever.
Yeah.
And then when the mask slips,
keep it on. If you're sure
keep it on as long. Keep the mask on as long.
Keep it. If
this is why Superman doesn't.
Yeah, because as I said, he needed his breaks, and of course you will have your breaks. But if this is your life and this is the life you choose, it's like, you choose a job that you don't really like, but you choose to do it, so you have to do it.
Or you're forced to do it because you got to make that money.
Whatever the reason, I think they're all as noble. They're all noble. If you get into a relationship showing something, if you get into a relationship showing something, and you get this, keep it up for the rest of your life.
What?
Become that.
Yeah,
become like okay, I've made a choice to do something. This is what it costs.
Oh, wow, this is what it costs.
Putting the toilet seat down. It costs me, something. This is the price. We pay the price for a lot of things for convenience.
See, those are people who met in the 40s.
I do it because I want to put the seat down.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
I guess it's
I put the seat down out of courtesy, but I don't like to touch things in the toilet. I don't like to touch anything in the toilet at all. It's practice for when you're in public, how not to touch things. So,
what do you think, Tom?
I was going to say what you're saying about masks. I can't think I've ever worn a mask as such.
I don't think we know the mask that we're wearing.
Honest with my own personality. I think if you're going on a date, you have an exaggerated version of that personality because you're trying to be confident. You're trying to big yourself up a little bit.
Yeah.
And you put that across. But I would say it's still an honest version of yourself. Well, in my experience, that's how I play it anyway.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying also.
Yeah.
Maybe we just use different terms, and higher level and mid level and a low level of yourself. It could just be different masks. I think it's the same thing.
I think that there is some opposites there, because like what you're saying is, and I genuinely believe that what you just said is true for you. Because you come across as a really authentic person that doesn't have to bullshit about themselves to impress someone, and that comes down to self-worth a lot of the time, but not a lot of people show up like that.
Yeah, and I mean also too, it's like you have the safety of a long-term relationship as well, you know what I mean, don't you? So in that aspect, it's kind of like sometimes you could be comfortable with being who you are because you already have the love of your life with you. You know what I mean?
Come on.
Why?
The person that, let's suppose that you love this person loves you, and you're in this relationship, and then you start to do things that are off. I don't know what things are. Let's just keep talking about the toilet seat. And you decide to keep it up. If you choose to
or the late night porn.
I don't know what you do.
I don't do that.
Let's leave that.
Okay.
Let's leave that for psychologists. I can't do. But yeah, if I am with you and I know that this is what you want, why would I put you through this stress? Why wouldn't I just do it if it's something like menial?
Every woman wants a person like you. My God.
No, but
he's a bad boy.
Normally, you're like doing my head.
Oh, but come on, it's like.
Oh, she's excited,
All things you can do.
These are the type of things you want to say.
But the thing is, Addy might not clean the toilet.
He's lying though.
You might not want to clean the toilet ever.
He's a smooth
operator.
Stop it before you knock over the other camera. He's a smooth operator. Let me explain what I meant, right? About not feeling piquant, and I know that you're not gonna probably get what you want. But what I mean is that I think the ugly duckling syndrome, right? I base everything around movies, right? The idea is that a person should be able to like and eventually love you for who you are, and then that ugly duckling can become a swan. Mm-hmm. So let's say, for example, I know when I was in my long-term relationship, and when it comes time to get dressed up, to put on that tux or that suit and everything, and it's meaning that anyone could scrub up. I'm trying to say is I don't need to scrub up in the beginning to present this identity that I'm scrubbed all the time. I know that's kind of nasty.
First impressions are good.
That is so sad. You know what?
All right. Maybe first impressions. We're into the first impressions, first dates and stuff.
It's like if you go shopping, what are you gonna buy? You're gonna buy the tatty old cushion, or you're gonna buy the
that cushion's comfortable.
Refurbished cushion.
Or are you going to buy it at Primark where after it washes twice it's no more use? Or are you going to Marc Jacobs so he gets on the last couple of years?
Maybe.
Yeah, let's talk about how you scrub up.
Yeah, you need to scrub up, Chase, if you want to meet someone.
Oh, wait a minute, hold on. How did this turn into?
We got you into this space because we care about you.
Wait a minute, this is not an intervention. I was using that term as an example.
No, but come on, I'm sure. Well, therefore, that's not you, right? I feel I love to dress up and go out, and that's me.
Yeah. I'm just not like that every day.
I'm the same guy who just likes to be in the living room half naked, just whatever, and that's me too. So we all have different parts of us that rise up at different times.
Yeah, but I think this all circles around honesty. What Tom was saying, because it's about being honest about who you are and being real. And what it is so when Tom said it, it sounded fine. When Addy said it, I see it sounds false. And then when I say it, then you guys want to go into the intervention wheel. But the whole deal is, I think we're all talking about 3 different forms of honesty.
You can pretend to be someone else at the beginning. That's going to fall apart later on, isn't it?
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say, Tom. I'm not trying. I don't want to lie from the beginning. I want you to know that I'm a geek, or I like old films, or I want to just chill, and I don't want to go to clubs. I want you to know that from the beginning.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. I mean, maybe I used the word scrub, and that shouldn't have. But that's what I meant.
Yeah, I think it's how the other person, it's what's in their head, because you can show up being yourself. Mm-hmm. The other person can see you as something else. It depends what preconception they've got in their head about what they're looking for, fantasizing over and stuff.
Well, there you go.
And
it's a fantasy, isn't it?
See you and put you on a pedestal or whatever, and you didn't put yourself there, but people can elevate you based on some idea that they've got of you, conceptualized idea of you. That's not completely true, but they've formed it, and then and then they start to see you that way, and then when you act out of alignment to what their preconceived idea is, then they can start to get really upset about it, and they're like, it just shatters their world when you've not set that up. That other person set that up for you.
Yeah, that sounds like this poem that I wrote, which is like exactly sounds like that. And maybe that's why I come from that level is the fact that like I believe in the reality of being real, because like if I become somebody fake, then I'm constantly wondering, can you see me? Like I used to work in the music industry in New York, so I was making like big music videos, a lot of money, had a lot of power, and it's not like I could trust anybody who came around me because they're probably just only around me because they want to be in the video or they want to make the money and do all those kind of things. So I come from that mindset that I don't know if you liking me for me or if you liking me for what I can do for you. And I think that's why I've come to this idea of like I don't want to actually, you know, perform for you more than who I actually want to be. Do you like me for me or do you like me for what I could do for you? You know? And unfortunately it's a role that I put myself in.
Or do I want to be a better person for you?
What do you mean?
Exactly.
Oh man, she
Or do
you
I
got
want
me swooning over you
to- or
too.
do I want to
I like that. I like
Go ahead,
What's the
speak.
sacrifice?
people bringing out your best qualities and all that.
Exactly. And if you know you really love someone, why not work on yourself to be that person who deserves that person?
You're so right, man, and I mean, yeah, you're so right about that, bro.
Is if
That was a
somebody-
mistake in my life.
As if, like, I totally agree. Like, I like it when people help you bring out better qualities in yourself. And yeah, I definitely agree. Like, maintain them. If that's like helping the relationship flourish, you know that person likes that, then maintain that.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll give you a kick too because they're
But
happy.
then you don't want that to turn around and backfire and someone to say, well, look what I've done for you, look, I've done, you know.
Yeah.
And then it to be like a form of resentment if you don't. So it has to come from a place of being really
I
genuine.
agree with that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because you can see, because then you will resent doing it. You know, you'll definitely, and something happens and you think, all this time I was biting my teeth.
Yeah. So like there's a reward in it for them. Oh, if I continue this behaviour, this is what's in it for me. It's got to be like really unconditional. So then if let's say that person doesn't get rewarded, whatever, it's not then turns into resentment. Or can't they see this is what I'm doing for them? Do you know what I mean?
Wow.
I came to
Dan, see, man, isn't she good? That's deep. Well, both of you are
from the
right.
time you look at that, from the time you're in a relationship and you can think of, I did this and they did do that, and you have to add it up like that, it's no longer a relationship. It
becomes like a law of averages.
It's like a bank account. You know, you put in this and they expect back this, and that's not really how it works. Because
I agree with that.
so it's really about looking at the real intentions for doing it. You know.
Yeah, and I think that requires that person to be quite self-aware.
Yeah.
To always be questioning their motives and stuff.
I remember. Sorry, I didn't cut you.
Yeah.
But I remember when I was younger and I had a breakup. In my mind, I was thinking, look at all of this I put up with, and I was really doing the math. You know. So in the end, I was glad it's over because it wasn't really a relationship kind of thing.
So while you were in it, though, you didn't see that, though.
No, I didn't see it.
You didn't see
I
all the
did it for
effort
a
and
while.
the math you put into it because it's like you were in your own fishbowl, weren't you?
Yeah.
And stuff where everything is like, oh, it's the same, it's similar, everything's all cool. But it's not until you came out of it with this breakup that you realize, so, whoa.
I
How
used
much
to
you
put up with
sacrifice
that.
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You've all done that. Have you done that, Tom?
No, not really, no. I was very lucky in love, I suppose, because I've been with my girlfriend for 8 years, and
Get out.
she was my first girlfriend, believe it or not, the only girlfriend I've ever had,
Oh.
and it's worked out for me.
How long have you been together?
Eight years.
Oh,
yeah,
that's nice.
yeah, quite
Did you
recently.
know her before?
Yeah, we were friends. It was sort of.
So it's more than 8 years then.
Oh, I mean, like 12 years? I think we've been friends on Facebook. That popped up the other day, as it does.
friends for 12
Took a few years to convince her, but I got there in the end, and I like to think we're pretty happy now. And yeah.
That's a nice place to start because like you're not wearing masks
Facebook?
when you're friends. No.
I totally believe that. I
I
believe
was definitely very honest with who I was at the time,
Yeah.
and I don't know if that was attractive at all. Do you know what I
Well,
mean?
obviously it was.
Eventually,
Well, for her.
Eventually it was, but yeah, we got to know each other better, and it was a deep connection that we formed. It wasn't really based on any sort of performance or peacocking or anything like that.
How do you know?
Well, I certainly wasn't.
Friends first.
I don't think I was great at that. You'd have to ask Claire what she thought of me at the time. But it's pretty good. And it was all based on honesty and being who I am, I think. And
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say. I think what's really beautiful about that is that it's that thought pattern that there is always somebody for someone.
Yeah.
Right? But here's the thing, to move into, can men and women be friends? Right? So like
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. Don't just, hold on. Don't just say it like that. I think you understand what I'm saying because you proved the model in your particular relationship.
What you just said is what I was thinking like a minute ago.
What were you thinking?
I'm hearing your story and thinking, can men and women be friends? And I'm not sure.
I have lots of female friends.
Wait. I'm saying. What? No.
Yeah.
From a woman's point of view, yeah.
No, I don't think. See. Let's be honest, right? I believe in the adage, right? Because that's what I believe. I believe, like what Tom is saying, is that you get to know someone and they get to know you, and it's like it's not about sex. It's about like a relationship with someone, companionship, and all that. Because at the end of the day, after the sex, like in the Bird video, at the end of the day, after the sex is over, then what? Right? You have to be able to lay there. You have to be able to communicate. You have to be able to make breakfast. You have to be able to leave the house and come back.
Are you saying that men don't actually want to be friends with women?
I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying I'm asking the question. I'm asking the question.
I want to ask a question to you.
Absolutely.
The question would be, when you and your partner were friends, did you all behave the same way with each other after? No. Do you all behave the same way from friendship to relationship? Or was there a difference in behavior?
Ooh, that's a very good question.
I wouldn't say particularly. No, I got more comfortable with her. And
of course, when I was anxious, right?
I was anxious, and I guess I was trying to impress her, but I guess I didn't know exactly how to impress her.
No,
so I just was myself, I suppose.
It's not even that I was
I
asking.
think. No.
Are you kinder to her?
I
Are you more interested in the things that she would be doing? Like, because if you're a friend, yes, of course you'd be interested, but how invested are you in it? Okay.
I don't think it's changed, really.
So, you are the same amount of friends with her before the relationship.
I'm more friends with her.
Exactly.
Now, yeah.
So therefore,
because we got to know each other better. We weren't the closest friends before we got together, but we became closer.
So
and then eventually we got together. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. You can't just be friends because your friend thing that you elevated, your behavior was different.
But I have close female friends I get on very well with, and I don't feel I want to take that.
Do you behave the same way with those friends as you would do with male friends?
I'd say so. Because there's not a relationship that's anything more than friends with those friends. So I don't treat them differently than I would a male friend, I suppose.
It's hard to know. I think obviously there will be a bit of a difference.
There will be a little bit because women are different. As you say, different energy.
So that's what we're trying to get at, because
but I'm not trying to get
the energy. But if the energy is different,
I am.
It's not just friend energy. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think you can only notice it. You can only identify it if you look at it. And I remember when I was young, I saw it. Maybe when I was out in my teens, and I noticed that how my dad would talk to a woman, like a stranger, and his
like he had that kind of like, hey, that charm,
raise a little bit,
how you doing there,
sweetness, and he would talk a certain way, and you realize that you will naturally change to something else. I'm not saying that it's a drastic change, but I think it's changed enough for it to be something other than what we consider friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No. I totally hear what you're saying. I mean, I think, like, for me, you know, I always had feelings for my female friends. You know what I mean? But then I knew that my role had to be the doctor.
Oh my god.
No, seriously, I'm just being honest. They all knew. Right? But I had to be the doctor, so I had to help them with their relationships. Right? So I was like the relationship doctor. And, you know, so I'd be the one that, yeah.
Oh.
And then I go home alone. But but you know, I serve the purpose. Yeah. No, I'm kidding.
Well,
But I do believe in the friendship thing. I just want to end them. I do believe the friendship thing because I believe in that age-old relationship. Because my grandparents died together in their mid 90s, and they were together for like about 60 to 70 years. I believe in that, like that picture, like I would put on a vision board of the old couple sitting by the roaring fire with a glass of wine, because that's what I want for life. I don't believe I could get that if mine or her intention was purely sexual. It would have to be a relationship that was built on friendship.
Yeah.
I believe that a relationship built on friendship. I'm just wanted to finish. I believe a relationship built on friendship has a long-lasting ability to last. So as I keep searching and then it didn't happen, that's cool. But, you know, they're still my friends.
I'm not going to dispute what you're saying. I just want to open your mind a little bit.
Open my mind.
Yeah. Think about this.
Okay.
You are thinking that friendship, then relationship. And that's how you see, you know, you see that your grandparents, they had that relationship and then and they also had the friendship.
Yeah.
I attest that, at least I would argue, that you have friends, you have relationship, and there's family. So I think that there's a time when a couple moves from relationship that I'm not just your boyfriend, I'm not just your husband or wife, whatever, but we're family. So that comes like a blood bond in a sense. Yeah. So that's why I think your grandparents were so close, because they were, I don't want to say like brothers and sisters, that sounds weird, but you know that they were family.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So instead of,
I also think that was a time period. You know, I don't think they could have been together if they met any later than they met. You know what I mean? They met in the 30s. They don't think that it's the time period of the test. I think if you look at our generation, right, the people that are older than us are the ones that have long-lived marriages. People that are younger than us are the ones that are like married 2 or 3 times.
Oh, well, it's because of how we grew up.
That's what I just said.
Things
you know,
temporary, like things became temporary. You have a cup and you throw it away. You know.
Think how it is now. Like
Unfortunately,
on
it's
Instagram,
true.
like all you see is images of women at the gym with hard asses and stuff, and it's like
nice
the guy that, you know, like
and the plastic surgeons number in the bag.
You know, the vision that men have of having a woman, it's like so far removed from when we were young.
Yeah, I know. When we were on the blacktop, we had the girls with the pig skin, pigtails, tomboys, you know, all that kind of stuff. They were fine. You know what I mean?
But it's very much like first looks
faces. A lot more savage than that. So I'm sorry.
What?
Where I'm from, the courting ritual is a lot more savage than that.
Oh, well, give us an example of courting rituals while we were on that subject. We're coming down to the end, man. Go ahead. Where you from? I want to know about your courting rituals, bro.
Let's talk about the pigtails and the ribbons. Let's save that for another show.
Okay, brother. I don't. And now my mind went somewhere else. Don't Marie? What are you?
We looked at Americans and thinking, what is this first base, second base, third base nonsense? That's what it is.
I know what it is.
You know, how can you go to a club and you're dancing here and the girls all the way over there and you're dancing?
Yeah, man, the cool brothers always hang out on the wall, bro. No, they don't. So, I mean, then what do you think about this whole, and your last thing about this whole friendship, men and women being friends and all that?
Well, I think it's fine, but I haven't got a man's mind. Men are very kind of, you know, instinctual, aren't they? They're quite.
Well, see, I think
I
think as men, this is what we want to know.
Reptilian-based brains.
Yes, I think as men, this is what we want to know, isn't it? I mean, you know, I don't want to hear from your man's mind. I want to hear from your woman's mind, especially your elevated, woman's mind, though.
Sex, then yeah, of course, a woman can be friends with a guy, totally, because they're not interested in whether they're gonna fucking get it on with them or not. They're just friends.
They're not your lines.
No, they're not. I'm being honest. Like, a woman doesn't look at a man friend and go,
oh, not her man friend, but the guy across the table she is.
No, but think of that.
Guy who just walked into the room, she is.
toilet seat down.
Well, I'm just saying, you're gonna ask him if he wants to clean your house. I know you are.
I'd love to come and clean my house.
I know you would.
What I want to say is that there'll be different types of friends, right? Because you can't tell me that your friends with a man is the same as you being friends with a girl, with a woman. No?
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Here's why.
But again, it's different.
I think that is so
as we were saying
crazy.
before.
Because
Even
there are
Tom
some
says
things,
no.
No, because there are some things you can't say this is my girlfriend. At least the way I see it. If your partner goes out with
stuff.
Yeah, if your partner goes out with a girlfriend, you expect a certain thing. You expect a certain scenario. But when she's out with her male friends, what scenario is that? Like, you would have a different scenario in your mind if your partner goes out with his mates or he goes out with a girlfriend of his. You won't judge that the same at all. You know, watch the time pass by.
It comes down to, are you talking about like trust and stuff?
I'm not even talking about trust. I'm talking about you will feel that that's something physically different. Like those things are two.
Because there's always the maybe opportunity for the friendship to be taken another step further. So if you're in a relationship with a guy who has a female friend, unless you kind of know the female friend and there's a lot of like trust and sincerity there, then you might question them.
So therefore, even in your mind, you say that men and women can't just be friends.
No, they can, but there's always that space for that relationship to change, as there is with men and men.
Well, wait. Okay, wait. There's the point. Because I would love that to be true. You just said there's always that space for it to change, that relationship to change. Now, this is what I think is on everybody's bated, breath of wanting to understand. When and how can that moment take place?
Do I know?
Well,
it's when the energy changes. It's too.
Wait. What are you going to
Someone has
say?
to, I guess, make a move. I suppose if you feel you want to take a friend.
I mean, it happened. It happened with you, didn't it?
Turn into a relationship. Then you have to.
More than anything else, I want to hear your story.
Okay.
Like that's what I really want to hear.
Well, you have to feel that you're comfortable with each other. It's sort of like you don't say it, but it's there. You can feel it, and then, well, maybe you might, give her a kiss or something. A peck on the cheek or something, and then see if that's you have to be a moment. And if you feel the moment is right,
like 4 years, wasn't it?
If you feel the moment is right, and you feel particularly close, and you can sense that the other person, feels something towards you, maybe, and maybe you don't. Maybe you just try and.
Maybe you just had to be brave enough to jump into the cold pool, is what you mean.
I absolutely dislike hypothetical. I would like to hear your story.
Oh, exactly, Mike.
I believe it's a myth. That's why I believe it's a myth. So
you might hold her hand, and if she likes that, you might kiss her, and then there you go, and then something can happen. It was more than friends, But yeah,
you know what that would make me more. I'm so confused. To walk into that.
Tom, I said, nobody's gonna dig at you. Yeah, but I think what Andy is saying is that wait a minute, you were friends for 4 years, right? Mm-hmm. Before you became in a relationship, before you got strong enough, confident enough to make that move, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and time-wise, it was like you said, you were like friends for like.
I don't know if I should go into too much detail. When we got together, we were working together on a project, a creative project, both creative people. I think maybe that had something to do with it.
No, of course it did. Yeah.
All I'm saying is that here's one. Chase believes the Earth is flat. The only way he's going to believe that the Earth is round no matter what everybody says, is if you prove it to him. Whatever level of proof you need to prove it to him.
There's a lot of proof out there, isn't there?
So I do not believe your story or anything like that's even possible. So really
happened.
That's you. Then don't put my name into
I'm
it.
just trying
You
to
don't
similarity.
believe that. I believe in love, man.
I'm just drawing a similarity. My similarity is I don't believe that's possible.
What?
So
No,
I
you
don't
don't
like
believe love between friends are possible, and which is what I asked.
That's what I want to. That's why I'm here now. That's my mission here right now. Convince me. I know this woman, and I know her very well. And she said, she was married for a long time. She's still married, happily married. And she said, there are things I don't tell my husband. There are things I can't tell my husband.
But I could tell you.
But the relationship is great. You know?
Yeah, because she could tell you, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do.
So therefore, one could argue, I am not friends with my husband, but I have other friends.
No.
I have you as a friend.
No.
What are you drinking?
There's
in
levels
that
of
cup?
friendship.
Drinking coffee.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm curious. I'm sorry if you know it's no problem, but I'm just.
Well, that's said
I
pretty
don't
much.
believe
He said pretty much what he
all
said,
I
bruv.
can think about saying on the subject.
He said pretty much what he said because everybody's individual, you know.
Yeah.
But I think what I wanted to get clear about what you said was, you put the time in, and I think you can agree. I don't think you set out, I'm going to get with her. You were just having a good relationship with her. You were friends. You were working, and and you were who you were, and she accepted you for who you were.
I definitely wanted to be in a relationship with her.
But you had patience,
that
right?
alone,
Yeah.
You had
that-
patience, right?
That alone dispels all fact and everything. Because that's what I say all the
because
time.
that's what it means. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you
Men and
always
women
like
can't
that.
be friends
So
because
you
I
are-
want to be in a relationship. Yes,
Because
that's
you
true.
just weren't friends. Yeah, you just weren't friends. You wanted to.
But she was a particular friend that I wanted to take the friendship further.
But what if you probably have multiple of women's friends, so like, what if you're working in a place and there's lots of women around and you're forming friendships with these women, but, is that classed as a friendship or not?
I've heard the term in the past 5 years or so, work wife and work husband.
Work wife.
So I don't know.
God, you're so like male.
No, I'm just saying that's what I've heard.
Yeah.
I've heard.
Not been your experience.
No, not really. No.
I think we had to come to an end with this, Emery,
been a
because I'm
long
looking
show.
at.
Can I just say you're not my friends?
I don't want to be your friend.
Oh, dear, we're all friendly at the beginning, and now it's all turned. It's not taking very long, has it?
Once you start the conversation, it's over. I call it the conversation. Once we have the conversation, it's over. But Emery, would you end this real please?
Okay, so let's end the show, right? What do you think about this? You know how everybody says that they want to meet the one, the soulmate, this, that, and the other, and you probably feel the same, Chase, and it can put you in a bit of a state of, I don't know, like that searching, that longing, oh, they're not showing up, they're not here, that feeling of never going to find it. Well, I think it might be nice for people to flip it and think that you're someone's soulmate. There's someone out there looking for you, like you're someone's soulmate. So it kind of shifts the energy of that longing, that searching, to make you feel more elevated and puts you in a sense of empowerment so you can own your own strengths and stuff and show up in a different way.
That sounds pretty great.
I gotta say, I love you.
Oh, I love you too. Did
No,
you
but
like that?
I totally love that.
Good, I'm glad. Are we friends?
Oh yeah. So, oh yeah. But on that note, we do have to close it down because I'm not even sure the camera's still rolling. So, not that one, that one. And everything. So either way, I want to just thank you guys for coming. Addy G. Please check him out on the Crow's Nest. Tom Parry, check him out on Games Mania. Check us all out on Condor Online. But I can not say enough about Anne-Marie Mayers. You know, beautiful as well as soulful and everything like that. You've been watching The Love Language. Thank you very much.
Thank you.